would surely get a low score if I wouldn't find out how to solve for it.
Hi, Kay. We seem to have a problem. What is it?
Absent yesterday, so I don't know our lesson in math. Larissa said we will have our quiz after recess. She volunteered to teach me, but Ma'am Ramos called her to assist in the canteen.
Well, that's not a problem. I'm here to help you. Okay, let's start.
Oh yes! Thank you so much, Jameen.
Our topic yesterday was about Pythagorean Theorem and to get the missing value of the right triangle. In Pythagorean Theorem, we always use a right triangle.
Suppose this is the right triangle, and we know that the triangle has three sides, right? This is the first leg, the second leg, and the longest side. The longest side of the triangle is called the hypotenuse and represented by C, while the first and second legs are represented by A and B. Remember that the height of the right triangle could either be the A or B. So as with the base form of the right triangle, it could either be A or B. Now, let us put values to our legs, A and B. Therefore, we are missing the value of the hypotenuse, which is C. Suppose A is equal to 8 centimeters and B is 4 centimeters. We have to find the length of C.
So, how are we going to find for the value of C?
We will use the formula of Pythagorean Theorem, which is C squared equals A squared plus B squared. And then, we will just have to substitute for the value of A and B. Therefore, we have C squared equals 8 centimeters squared plus 4 centimeters squared. This time, we can use our calculator for the computation.
Okay, let me try. 8 times 8 is equal to 64, and 4 times 4 is equal to 16. 64 plus 16 is equal to 80. Therefore, C squared is equal to 80. The answer is 80.
Not so fast, Kay. Remember, we are only looking for the value of C, and we were only able to find out the value of C squared.
So, how are we going to find the value of C if we already have the value of C squared?
To be able to get the value of C, we have to cancel the square by getting the square root of the sum 80. So, if we have the C squared equals 80, it's going to be C equals square root of 80. Using our calculator, we will find out that the square root of 80 is
8.94. C is equal to 8.94 centimeters.
Yes, that's right. That's already the answer.
Wow, that's awesome. But the value of the hypotenuse is not the one missing. Let's say if this is your C, 19, and your leg B is 10, how will we find the value of leg A?
If that is the situation, we shall derive the formula C squared equals A squared plus B squared. To find the value of A, we must subtract B squared to both sides of the equation. It must then be C squared minus B squared equals A squared plus B squared minus B squared. From this equation, we will notice that B squared minus B squared can now be cancelled. Now, the new formula will be C squared minus B squared equals A squared, or A squared equals C squared minus B squared. Now, we can substitute the value of C and the value of B. Same goes if the value of B is missing. Using the formula, we can derive to find the value of B. Look, C squared equals A squared plus B squared. We are looking for the value of B. We have to subtract A squared to both sides of the equation. Then it will be C squared minus A squared equals A squared minus A squared plus B squared. From this, we can now cancel A squared minus A squared. The formula will now be C squared minus A squared equals B squared, or B squared equals C squared minus A squared.
substitute the value of C and the value of B. To find the value of A using this formula, B squared is equal to C squared minus A squared. So it will be B squared is equal to 19 squared minus 10 squared. Then B squared is equal to 19 times 19 minus 10 times 10. B squared is equal to 361 minus 100. B squared is equal to 261. B is equal to square root of 261. B is equal to 16.16. Therefore, the value of the missing leg B is 16.16.
Wow, that's right. You learned so fast, Kay.
Thanks to you, Jamit. Now, I am ready for our quiz.
Oh, it's almost time, Kay. Let's go back to our room and make ourselves ready for the test.
Thanks to you, Jamit. Come on, let's go.